Yes, you need to go to aplusstudents.com to the website. Once you're on the website, you need to select math as your subject. This is a grade 3 math lesson, and the name of the topic is addition. Chapter number is 2, and the lesson number is 3. Let's write the name of the lesson. Add two numbers up to 3 digits. And we would be doing word problems today. So let's go to the website. Hi Semi, hi Fortuna. So the first question that we have on our screen is a treasure hunt. Let me just copy paste. Okay. Yes, you are. So let's start off with the first question. I'll resize this so that it's easier to read. Just a moment. Sometimes I need to realign so that it's and we have more space. Okay. So the question says, this is the statement in question number 1. A treasure hunter discovered a buried treasure chest. He opened it up and discovered that it contained 201 diamonds and 414 rubies. They're asking us how many gems were there in the chest altogether. So we know that there were diamonds and rubies, right? The total we need to find. So what we need to do is we need to add the number of diamonds. How many diamonds were there? There were 201 diamonds, and we had rubies. There were 414. While we are adding numbers, we need to remember their positions. Ones will come under the ones. These will be the tens, and these are the hundreds. Okay, let's add the number. One. See, first we add the ones. 1 plus 4 would be 1 plus 4 is 5. Agreed? Then we add the tens. 201 diamonds, 414 rubies. Now we need to find the total number of gems. We add the ones. 1 plus 4 is 5. 0 plus 1 is 1. And 2 plus 4 is 6. Thank you, Sami. Perfect. That means the total number of gems were, we have to write it as a statement. How many gems were in the chest? There were 615 gems in the treasure chest. Agreed? Perfect. Thank you, Sami. Thank you, Fortuna. Let's have a look at another example. The next question says a cell phone company has, okay, number of customers. We're talking about cell phone company having certain number of customers. Okay. So this is what we need to find. Sorry. They're saying a cell phone company has certain number of customers in the United States and certain number of customers in other countries. Let's highlight 106 customers in United States and 373 in other countries. So can we say, if we need to add the customers, we say how many were in United States? There were 106. Other countries, there were 373. We had to find how many customers does it have in total. When we add them together, we add the ones together. I'll highlight. These were the ones, these are the tens, and these are the hundreds. So when we add the ones together, how many ones are there? There are 6 plus 3 ones. Thank you, Sami. 479. Perfect. That means 6 plus 3 is 7. 7 months. 0 plus 7. Oh, sorry, my bad. 6 plus 3 is 9. I was looking at 7. I wrote 7. 6 plus 3 is 9. 0 plus 7 is 7 tenths. And 1 plus 3 is 400s, right? Thank you. So how many customers does it have? They have 4. Just a moment. Okay. So we had to find the total number of customers. It's okay. For the next question, it says the Hampton Public School Library had this number of books and they received a donation. So how many books does the library have? Let's realign this. For question number 3, says the Hampton Public Library had these many books. Thank you, Fortuna. Thank you, Buko. Thank you, Sami. No. That would be 400. You don't have to write the number in the other order, Fortuna and Buko. It would be 479. We add the ones first, then we add the tens, and in the end we add the hundreds, right? So they had how many books? They already had books which were 659. It received a donation that was used to purchase new books. How many new books were purchased? 175 new books were. Perfect. Thank you. So when we need to add them together, we need to find the total number of books that were there in the library. Okay, let's see. When we look at the ones over here, we can say, how many ones do we have? Let's do the working on the side. When we are adding the ones, we can say 9 plus 5. 9 plus 5 is 14, agreed? In this 14, 4 would be, there are 14 ones, right? So we can say there are 4 ones and 1 tens, agreed? So we write 4 and we take the tens over here because this is the tens. Repeat. No Fortuna. See, 9. What is 9 plus 5? If we're adding the ones, what is 9 plus 5? 9 plus 5 was 14, right? I did this working over here. 9 plus 5 was 14. So that meant there were 4 ones and 1 tens. Agreed? Then we add the tens. How many tens are there? 1, 5, and 7. When we add these tens together, do I need to explain again, Danny? Okay, do I need to explain this question again? See, 9 plus 5, there were 14 ones. 14 ones can be written as 4 ones, 1 tens. Agreed? So if we have 1 tens, we carry the 1 tens over here under the tens. Okay? That's okay. Thank you, Sammy. That means we have how many tens now? 1 tens, 5 tens, and 7 tens, right? Let's confirm. 1 plus 5. 1 plus 5 is 6. And 6 plus 7 is 13. So if we have 13 tens, so this would be tens and this becomes 100. Agreed? 13 tens means 130. Agreed? So we write a 3 over here and we carry 1 to the hundreds. How many hundreds are there? Let's see. There was now 100 plus 6 plus 1. 1 plus 6 is 7 and 7. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. So we can say we have 8 hundreds. Fortuna, Precious, and Semi. Can we recheck? 659 plus 175 would be equals to 834, right? How can we have a 44? See, 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 7 is 13, right? So we have 13 tens. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Buko. Thank you, Fortuna. Thank you, Precious. Thank you, Semi. Right? You were adding one extra tens. 844. It's not 844. It's 834, right? Okay. Thank you. Let's try another example. And let's do it again. For the next question, it says, question number 4. A company built some new houses in Crawford County, painting them with this amount of paint, blue paint, and this liters of white paint. Just a moment, please. I'll realign it. What they are saying is they have to paint a house. They used a certain quantity of paint. Hi, Rebecca. Yes, thank you, Precious. 6 plus 7 would always be 13. So let's try question number 4. They're saying how much? 361 liters of blue paint, and they used 251 liters of white paint. We need to find how many liters of paint did the company use altogether. So we can say blue paint was 361 liters, whereas the white paint would be white paint was 251. So once we need to find the total, how many ones are there? These are the ones, these are the tens, and these were the hundreds. So we had these many ones. 1 plus 1, we simply had 2 ones. Agreed? No pressures. And how many tens were there? If we need to add the tens, how many tens? 6 plus 5, right? There were 6 plus 5 tens. Let's add them on the side. If we say we had these many tens, 6 plus 5, that means 11 tens, right? So we can say 11 tens can also be written as tens and 100s. So we have 1 tens and 100s. So how many hundreds do we have now? 3 plus 2. Agreed? When we add them, 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6. We have 6 hundreds. Okay. So the total number, how many liters of the paint did the company use? They used 612 liters of paint. Agreed? Do we agree on this? That's 612. That was 361. Sorry, 361 plus 251. That comes out to be 612 liters of paint. Let's have a look at another example. Question number 5. Question number 5 says, the given information that we have is, just a moment. Okay. They're counting the number of people served by a guest, by a chef, okay? So since he was hired, a chef has served a certain number of guests. Out of these guests, 232 adults and 518 children. So what is the total number of guests served by the chef? Question number 5. How many adults were there? 232 adults and 518 children. So we can write adults There were 232, whereas the children were 518. So we add them together to find the total number of guests. What should be the total number of guests? We know that these values were the ones, these are the tens, and this was the hundreds. So when we add the ones, can we say 2 plus 8? That means there are 10 ones. Agreed? 10 ones can also be written as 0 ones and 1 tens. Agreed? So 2 plus 8 becomes tens. We keep the 0 and we take 1 to the tens. How many tens are there now? 1, 3, and 1. That means total of 5 tens. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. And how about hundreds? 2 plus 5 is 7. That means a total of 750 guests were served. 750 guests were served by the chef. Okay? Do we agree on this? That 232 plus 518 would be equals to 750. Okay, let's move ahead. Let's look at another example. It's about the number of houses in a county. Just a moment, please. Let me realign. They were originally in the county. These many houses during a housing boom, the development. 264 more houses were built. They're saying how many houses are there now in the county. So let's realign. Okay. Question number 6 says there were originally 614 houses in the county. During a houses boom, the developers built 246. 246 more houses. What they are asking us, how many houses are there altogether in the county? So I can say old houses were, the old number of houses was 641. The new houses, those were built, were 246. If we need to find the total number of houses, we simply add the ones, we add the tens, and we add the hundreds. How many ones are there? Precious, how many ones are there? We have 1 plus 6, right? And 1 plus 6. That means we have a total of 7 ones. Thank you. How many tens do we have? 4 plus 4. That would mean, yes. Hi Giga, hi Ant. 4 plus 4 would mean we have 8 tens, right? Perfect, thank you. And how many hundreds? Everyone, welcome to the class. For those who joined late, we are doing addition of numbers. No, 4 plus 4 would be 8, right? It's okay. This is a grade 3 lesson. Okay, this is a grade 3 lesson. I cannot do any other topic. We are doing addition, right? Your topic is grade 7, 8, or 10s, right? So I cannot do that. I have to follow the grade 3 syllabus over here. Okay, thank you. So how many houses are there in the total? We can say there are 887 houses in the county. Agreed? 641 plus 246 would be 887. Do we agree on this? Okay, let's move ahead to the next question. The next question, let me just copy paste. Question number 7 states that this is the information given in question number 7. Let's rearrange this. That weren't popular. How many songs did Seth write? Okay. Question number 7 says Seth won an award because he wrote 135 popular songs and 695 songs that weren't popular, right? Non-popular. What we need to find is how many songs did he write altogether? Semi, let's focus over here. Precious. Okay. So how many popular songs were there? We write popular. The number of popular songs were 135. Agreed? And unpopular. 695. Agreed? Okay. Let's see. Not today, but maybe in some other class we can discuss that. So how many ones were there? These are the tens and these are the hundreds, okay? So if we look at the number of ones that we have, we had 5 plus 5. So if we are looking at ones, can we say we had 5 plus 5 ones? And we know that 5 plus 5 is 10 ones, right? 10 ones can also be written as 0 ones and 1 tens. So that means we can say 0 ones and 1 tens. Perfect. Thank you, Semi. When we add the tens, can we say we have 1 10, 3, and 9? Okay. So what is 1? Semi, let's confirm the answer. 1 plus 3 plus 9 is 13. So we can say we have 13 tens. That means 3 tens and 1 hundreds. So we write 3 tens, 1 hundreds. Agreed? For the next one, When we are looking at the hundreds, how many hundreds do we have? We have 1, 1 and 6. 1 plus 1 is 2 and 2 plus 6 is 8. We have 8 hundreds. Agreed? Semi, can we confirm? 135 plus 695, right, should be equals to 830. Okay, what you are not doing is, see, what you are missing is, I'll do it again at the side. They were 135, okay, is to be added to 695. Agreed? They were to be added together. So when we are adding the ones together, when we are adding the ones together, how many ones are there? These were the ones, right? We have 10 ones, right? 5 plus 5 is 10. Agreed? So if this is 10 ones, 10 ones can also be written as 1 0 can be written as, there is 0 ones and 1 tens. Agreed? 0 ones and 1 tens. That means there was 0 ones, we put a 0 under the ones and we take 1 to the tens. We carry, right? Thank you, Precious. That means how many tens do we have now? Let's look at the number of tens that we have now. We have 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 9 is 13. So now we have 13 tens. Agreed? 13 tens can be written as 130, right? Or it can be written as 3 tens and 100s, right? Agreed? So if this is 3 tens and 100, so we write 3 under the 10 and we take 1 to the hundreds. For the next set of values, how many hundreds do we have? If these were the hundreds, we had how many? 1 plus 1 is 2 and 2 plus 6 is 8. So we say the total answer is 830. Agreed? Yes. Okay. Do we agree on this? If we agree, then we'll move on to the next question. The next question says, in the, okay, bee workers, they're counting the number of bees in the hive. Let's do question number 8. In winter, Mr. Jones' beehive had 252 bee workers. Now that spring has come, the number of workers has grown to 721. Grown by 721. Find the total number. How many workers are there? How many bees does he have? Question number 8. During winters, Mr. Jones had 252 bees. So during the winters, he had 252 bees working in the beehive. During the spring, the number of workers increase. Grown means increased. So in spring, There were more workers by 721. We need to find how many worker bees does he have now? The total number of bees that he has. So what we can do is we can add them together. How many ones were there? 2 plus 1 is 3 ones. How many tens were there? 5 plus 2 is 7 tens. And how many hundreds were there? 2 plus 7 is 9. Thank you, Precious. Thank you, May. So there were a total. So we can write the statement. There are 973 bees, right? No, Rupa? 973. Okay. The 100 is the biggest value. Okay, we write 973. Okay. Let's see if we have. Yeah, let's do one question, then we do the test. Okay. Let's race during the test. Let's do these practice questions together. Okay. For question number 9, it says, just a moment, in the river. Okay. There was a nest of fish eggs in the river. Question number 9. 313 of the eggs hatched and 610 of the eggs did not hatch. They're asking us how many eggs were there in total. So we can write the number of hatched eggs, and these remained unhatched. So we can say 610 remained unhatched and 313 were already there, which hatched. So when we need to find the total number of eggs, very nice. Thank you, May. Semi, please confirm your answer. Oh, you were giving the answer for the previous question, okay? 973 is for question number 8. Thank you, May. May is correct for question number 9. We had these many ones, tens, and hundreds. So 0 plus 3, 3 ones. 1 plus 1, 2 tens. Hundreds, 3 plus 6 is 9 hundreds. Right? So there are, or were, sorry, there were, because some of the eggs are hatched, so they're not eggs anymore. There were 23 eggs in total. Okay, it's a past tense. Yes. Buko, why would you write the other way around? It's 923. Okay. Let's do some questions from the test. Thank you, Rebecca. Okay. Maths, grade 3. Just a moment. Grade 3. Chapter 2, lesson number 3, test. Let's begin with the test. Let's say this is our first question for the test. I'll copy the first question. A scientist believes that there are 396 parakeets and there are another so these are the two options, three options given to us. We need to find the number of these. And they're asking what is the total population. These are the three options given to us. Either they would be 701, 601, or 710. So for our first question, these are the options A, B, and C. A scientist believes there are 396 small sized parakeets and 305 large sized. What is the total population? So what we need to do is we need to add them together. Small 396 and the large were 305. Okay. May you're saying option C, but let's have a look over here. Thank you for answering, but let's confirm. In the ones, we can say 6 plus 5, right? 6 plus 5 is, if we do the ones, 6 plus 5 is 11 ones, right? So this would be 1 and tens. We carry 1 here and we keep the 1. Agreed? So it cannot be any number ending with a 0 because option C is 710. It is ending with a 0. It cannot be a number ending with a 0, right? Because 6 plus 5 is 11. 1 was left in the ones and 1 goes to the tens. Okay, let's try it again. Please try it again. These were the number of ones, these were the tens, and these are the hundreds. So there was 0, 1, 1 ones and 1 tens, right? 1 ones and 1 tens. 6 plus 5. Okay. 6 plus 5 is 11. That means we have, let's try again. May we carry 1. How many tens do we have now? We have these many tens, right? Okay, thank you. I'll confirm. Let's look at the tens. We have 1, 9, and 0. That means we have 10 tens. That means if we have 10 tens, then 0 tens and 1 hundreds. 0 tens and 1 hundreds. Now if we add the hundreds, how many hundreds do we have? 1, 3, and 3. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3 is, we have 7 hundreds. Right? Thank you, May. Perfect. Option number A is the correct answer. Right? Thank you. Let's try another example. Okay. 701. Do we agree on this, or do I just need to explain this? Precious, do we agree on the answer? How did we find? Precious, do we agree? How did we find 701? Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. There are a few more questions. Please do try those questions, okay? Try adding the larger numbers, 3-digit numbers together and try to find the answers, okay? Best of luck. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye.